everybody, and welcome back to Yukikaze Gaming. And I'm already having technical issues. Okay. I could have sworn this was working. I set it up before we started here. Something to fix. There we go. Alright. Welcome to a game about digging a hole. This was a relatively viral game recently, and I wanted to give it a shot on stream. I have seen some clips from this game, so I'm not going in completely blind, but this is my first time playing it. House for sale, only $10. Yeah, I know that's just the European notation, but it's funnier that way. Even for $10K, that's incredible pricing for a house these days. Explodes when battery gets empty? Oh no. This digging implement will self-destruct. I don't think you're actually required to start on the X. I think it's more of a suggestion, but nonetheless. Oh, I see. The little spade has a built-in like battery system. So it's not just the detector.
Tilda, I am a dwarf and I'm digging a hole. Tilda, also hi Yuki.
Diggy diggy hole. Alright, 3 stones sold for $3. That honestly feels like pretty good money for just random rocks I dug out of the ground. It is rather suspicious that I have a health bar. Okay, so these are upgrades I can get. I assumed would be at the PC, but I guess not. Oh, cool. Now, that should be worth more than a regular rock, for sure.
I played this game and it is indeed about digging a hole.
Can confirm, hole digging is core aspect of gameplay.
Also, there is fall damage.
Yeah, that would track. Okay, that crate's not really anything. Double upgrade seems pretty prudent. Although now I'm low on funds. It would be awful if I wasn't able to recharge my battery. I think I'm getting too far away now.
Does Kiro stream? If so, where?
Hero hasn't really streamed much for quite a while, as far as I know. She's been kind of on an extended hiatus. She just got her PC working again, so I don't know if maybe she'll be doing some streaming in the near future. If not, she'll probably still be joining, like, collabs with, some of the other tubers that we hang with. But, we'll see. Not exactly sure what her plans are.
I see.
He's, as far as I know, she's been kind of stuck in that, like, pre-debut status. And I'm not sure that she's ever actually, like, fully set up a channel and stuff. But double check. Maybe I do have, like, an account for her. Or that I do. Okay. It was worth a check. Just to be safe. Might have to lower the mouse sensitivity a little bit. Battery size upgrade, also pretty helpful. I wonder if that'll make it cost more to recharge, too, though. Okay, still kinda sensitive, but not, like, super ultra sensitive like it was before. Oh, iron. It is a little bit weird that they decided to not have these be, like, materials you could use for crafting upgrades, and instead had them be purely, like, sell loot. Oh no! Inventory full. It makes this less of a, like, crafting game and more of, like, a, cookie clicker kind of genre.
Certainly feels like it.
And also, hi Vert, thank you for joining. I don't think I said that yet. Good to see you.
I don't know whether you said that, but hope you had a wonderful day.
Aw, thank you. You too. The computer. All this stuff. Charge the energy. Buy the jetpack upgrade.
My day is only just starting, 6:30 a.m.
Well, I hope it proves to be a good one. That is fair. You did mention previously you are on a very vastly different, time zone than I am.
Time zones be time zoning.
They sure do. Oh no. Don't want to accidentally jetpack too much and blow up my stuff. Guess it would be prudent to save every so often, huh? Just in case I do mess up and forget to recharge.
I am playing good old Magic Iron.
Oh, very nice. Are you doing MTG Arena or like playing in actual physical cards?
Untap.in.
Ah, okay. Haven't played on that platform before. Okay, so it does tell you that. Fair enough.
I am playing its All Lands Commander decklist.
Nice. Did you know that I actually have a, an Archidect account where you can see my Magic decks?
No, I didn't. Link.
Sure, just a second.
I have a Moxfield one.
There's my profile page.
https://archivekt.com/u/yukikazegaming.
And this one's for the list of decks, but I'm not sure if this link works if you're not me.
https://archivekt.com/folders/558,588.
Pretty much for commander decks I build to play with my local friends or at the local game store.
I can see decks via folder link.
Excellent. Inventory full already? No! You didn't want to accidentally destroy an ore. Hmm. Seem to have done a poor job of keeping a good ramp for myself. Or staircase.
Finished looking through most of the decks. Looks cool.
Thanks. Sounds like you enjoyed. I'm glad. them are still works in progress as well, of course. I keep having this feeling like I'm supposed to be saving certain things, and then have to remind myself, no, everything is just sold in this game.
I am currently refining Merkle deck list I built not too long ago.
Oh. Oh, cool. So that would have to be from the Forgotten Realms expansion, presumably.
It is indeed from Baldur's Gate.
Excellent. My D&D knowledge has paid off there. I couldn't remember what, like, actual set he was from in MTG, but... logically...
Baldur's Gate is an MTG set.
Yeah. And I think, Adventures in Forgotten Realms was a separate MTG set.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it had the AFR tag, if I remember right. I found a thing? Thanks? Yes, I have indeed found the bottom of the garden bed over there. Okay. Interesting, you can create floating islands. Good to know.
The Colossal Dreadmore is doing some heavy lifting for my opponent.
Oh. Well, it is a pretty strong creature. I'm absolutely trashing this yard.
Diggy diggy hole.
Dingy dingy hole, dingy dingy hole. Oh, this game's a real wrist destroyer, isn't it? The constant clicking. Like Diablo?
Are you fine with me continuing to yap about MTG? Or is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
I always welcome yapping about MTG. Probably one of my big weaknesses as a streamer is I don't have a lot of conversation topics or conversational capabilities. Really bad at keeping conversations going. And I do tend to get locked in on what I'm doing in the game and forget to talk if nobody's talking to me.
How do you feel about poison counters in EDH and Eminence ability?
Ah, poison counters. Well, the thing
I
about
got you.
poison counters
I will yap.
is they tend to make everybody else extremely salty. I think they're a perfectly valid way to win a game because that is a win condition in MTG. I can understand how they feel a little imbalanced in a game where life totals have been increased to try to slow down early kills. So, you know, there's an argument to be made that maybe in Commander, it should be set so that it requires like 20 poison counters instead or something. And I definitely understand that argument, but at the same time, one of the things that makes poison counters usually really scary is you're usually playing one-on-one against the opponent. So there is a certain amount of counterbalancing there that happens from the poison player being viewed as a major threat and kind of ganged up on in a lot of circumstances. As far as I know,
Are you
I mean,
aware of the card known as FYNN, the Fandera?
I am, yes, and also his, alternate printing, that is, the Dread Pirate Roberts from Princess Bride. Oh, hang on. There's a bot in the stream. Time to do the banning. Alright, there we go.
Take him out the back asterisk bam asterisk.
For sure. Yeah, so Finn the Fangbearer, definitely sees play in a couple of my decks, too. I sometimes combo him with, Bow of Nylea to give all my attacking creatures Death Touch. Let's see, what was the other question? Eminence. Yeah, Eminence definitely feels a little bit OP sometimes, but on the other hand, like, the Eminence commanders were very specifically created to be commanders. So, like, there was obviously some thought put into that. Now, that's not to say that, you know, every design is perfect, because, like, we saw what happened with Companion, for instance, and how they ended up having to kind of nerf that. Well, not kind of, but severely nerf that. So, you know, there's definitely room for error in the design process, but, like, I don't think Eminence is necessarily a bad thing. I think it's, on its own, kind of cool. But it's really a matter of how well they've balanced the individual card. Now, that said, I do try to use those kinds of things sparingly, and
I think that all Eminence cards are too strong, maybe except Allura AMD the cat guy, but even that is a stretch IMO.
yeah, I can't say I've actually played with any of them except for the cat guy. Arabo, yeah. I'm guessing Oloro is a different Eminence commander, but Arabo is the cat guy. And, like, yeah, it was strong,
Allura, the ageless ascetic.
Ah, I see. But, like, it wasn't, like, super overpowering. At least not on Arabo. So, I don't know. I can't really comment too much on the other Eminence commanders since I haven't played them. And I've never actually seen any of the other ones be
He doesn't
played.
have Eminence, technically.
Ah, I see. Just like a pseudo-eminence or a proto-eminence kind of ability.
Edgar.
Edgar? Oh, Markov? No, I've never actually played against him. Or with him. I started designing a deck around him, but, like, never got off the ground. Or is that a different Edgar that you're talking about? I think, from my perspective, though, like, you know, when, like, a lot of these abilities can be very powerful, and they can...
No, you were correct, it's about Markov.
Oh, okay. They can really push your decks into, like, the higher tier territory, in terms of, like, deck power level, and, like, the type of deck that it's really designed to play against. But most of these things aren't really, as far as I know, and, like, I'm not an expert here because I don't actually play, like, CEDH, but I don't think you actually encounter a lot of Eminence or, no. full inventory. A lot of eminence or poison counters in CEDH. It seems to be pretty much dominated by, like, really, really painful control stuff. Like, not even control, but, like, denial. Preventing your opponents from being able to do or play anything.
That is true, cause the most mana you are willing to pay is 3, maybe 4 per spell.
Yeah, because anything after that, you're probably not getting the spell off. Either your mana's locked down, or someone's countering it, or whatever.
Or you are green, colorless, ramping out of your mind.
Yeah. But I feel like you don't see a lot of green in... Oops. A lot of green in CEDH in general. At least not in terms of, like, stompy ramping style. But I could be wrong about that. Could also be one of those things that's kind of, like, cyclical. And, like, you know, flavor of the month. But for the most part, it seems to really be dominated by, like, disruption that just bogs the game down and prevents anybody from doing anything.
Yep, you see Flagio's in green, cause it's just infinite combo enabler.
Yeah, for, like, infinite combos and stuff, that would make sense. Yeah, I guess, that's another thing you do see a lot of in, like, those kind of competitive formats is... especially, like, 2-card infinite combos. And tutors. Tutors everywhere. Oops. At least it was only a rock.
That's all for this episode. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, or join me on Twitch or Twitter. Hope to see you next time on Yukikaze Gaming. Botany!